Hello team, it's Jacob here from Team Pyramid. Just want to say it's been a while, but we're back and we're back in a big way with the new unboxing of the Albaz Strike structure deck. So this deck has had a massive amount of hype around it for reprints, meta ability, just how it's going to shape the format and Yu-Gi-Oh as it stands. And for cards coming out of a structure deck, that's a really big thing. So if you guys want to pick up your copies, head over to Top Deck In. Their website will be on the descriptions below. Check them out. Do really good prices. So let's have a look at this. So this deck itself is based around the Tri Brigades, the Spriggans, the Sword Soldiers, and the Dogmatica, and obviously the Fallen of Albaz. If you want to have a look at, read the back, it has got a nice little storyline towards the actual lore of the archetype itself. And my thumbs up go to Konami for that, because I quite like it when they give you a bit of backstory to the actual cards themselves. So let's tear this thing apart. Have a look what's in there. So there's the brick of cards and the playmat, and the box itself. I've done with that. Let's have a look at the playmat. So it's your standard paper playmat. There'll be events going on all weekend in regards to this weekend to get in the actual rubber version of this playmat. And if you look, it's stunning. It is really stunning. Konami's doing a good job in regards to the artwork at the moment. Flip it over, you've got the actual breakdown of what the deck does, of what the cards are in there, a little cheat sheet of how to do it. And what I quite like is this part here, where it gives you, again, information in regards to the story. So if you want to check that out, definitely have a little look. It's, in my opinion, really, really lovely. So, let's break into this brick and see what we got. Alright, let's have a look. Obviously we've got our cards at the back, we've got our QR code for the rules, and we've got our latest set, and we've got our dual links. None of us want them. Throw them to one side. So let's have a look into this. So we've got our new Tri Brigade card. So this card, as long as you control from what I can tell, I haven't really read the card yet, but this card, once you've gone ahead and got a monster like this Fallen of Albaz on it, a fusion monster, it's basically an effect veiler from that point, which is really, really good in relation to that. Then we've got our Spriggan kit. This card is an extender. So I understand people want to play this deck with the Despias. However, Luba, I know it's getting a reprint, but as it stands at the moment, it's like a £70 card, which is just crazy when you need 3 of them in the deck. The rest of it's pretty cheap, but that on its own, this would be your budget replacement. This brings itself out and then searches your branded fusion from your deck to your hand, or you're branded in red, and gets that back. Then we've got our golden sword soul. So not a great card, but we'll see what we could do when we do the £30 budget deck challenge. Then we've got the fusion monster that's going to shape the meta. It's another interruption, and it's also once per turn quick effect, banish non-targeting, and it's like a elemental hero absolute zero that when it leaves the field, it just clears the entire field. Really strong card, really easy to get out. All it needs is one out, Fallen of Albaz, and either a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link. Anyone say Super Poly? Then we've got our Liberator. Probably said that completely wrong. It's Libellion, the Searing Dragon. Another really good card. All it needs is one Dark Monster and a Fallen of Albaz. Then the card itself that's going to be running almost every deck is our Branded Fusion. So again, is a Anaconda target. Just crazy good. It's Shadow Fusion. But when you're going to be able to get out whatever you want, it's just a really good card. So Fusion Summon, one Fusion Monster, Fallen of Albaz, and you can use materials from your extra deck, using 2 materials from your hand, field, deck. Just crazy good card. You can't summon from your fusion deck from your extra deck for the rest of the turn, except from fusion monsters. But when you're playing things like Despia with this, things that generally like to fuse, that's mostly what you're going to be doing with it. It's not restricting you in any shape or form. We've got our Branded Sword, our Branded Retribution. Well, that's crazy. I was expecting that to be a super rare, I'm not going to lie. A common, Fallen of Albaz. I was expecting that to be at least super. Really good card. Then we've got our Albion. Common Fleur de Lis. That's just crazy seeing Fleur de Lis as common. Red MD with the new, obviously the new card text. Kaiju. Chaos Dragon Legionnaire in common. Sorry, let the camera focus. Chaos Dragon Legionnaire in common. That's crazy. Budget Dragon Link players, give it a thumbs up. We've got Raiden, the Dark Kaiju that no one really cares about. Then we've got our, for every other budget player, Artifact Scythe. Our 2 little baby Chaos Dragons, Wyvern Buster and Black Collapsed Serpent. Starliege Seafer. Damn, this deck has got a lot of Dragon Link cards. Starliege Seafer. Keeper of Dragon Magic. Summoner Monk. Common Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. You watch. This is going to be worth 3-4 quid in the next couple of weeks. Effect Veiler. Omni Dragon Prototype. This deck, I'm not joking, I've said it a couple of times, but this deck has got a lot for Dragon Link players in there. And Dragon Link isn't looking at much of a bad deck this format, so if you want to get a quick, cheap, competitive meta deck, go for it. Branded Lost, that's the more or less magical meltdown for the branded. Branded in white, Branded Bond, Fusion Gate, Fusion Recycling Plant. I remember playing that with Ancient Gears. That was a good fun deck. Getting out the big Ancient Gear and recycling your own pieces for it. Fusion Substitute. It's a bit disappointing. I know that it'd been nice to have the old school, like the original Ultra Art polymerization in here. It just got reprinted in that Hidden Arsenal set Season 1, so it would have been nice to have a common version of it. Especially when this card's only treated as polymerization. It's not actually polymerization. It's not anywhere near as good. Gold Sarcophagus. It's always a nice reprint. Common Pot of Extravagance. That's crazy. Called by the Grave. Always handy to have for any player. Another common Dark Ruler No More. As a budget-ish player myself, always welcome. Always welcome. Then we have our Screams of the Branded, Judgment of the Branded. We have our Necro Fusion. Artwork on that is just crazy. Back to the front. Warning Point. One of my favourite cards. There Could Be No Fun. Love it. another good reprint, especially for this format. Dimensional Barrier. Everyone should have at least 3 copies of these. They really should. There's no excuse now. These are what, probably 10-15p worth. I know people, you could probably get given them at your local card store by people that don't want them. Waking the Dragon. Then that's it for the main deck from that. Packed full of crazy amount of reprints. Definitely worth it. Then we've got a Titaniclad off to the actual fusions. Titaniclad could have done with a few more Dogmatica cards in there, even if it was just another Dogmatica punishment for that to search. But hey, good reprint. We've got a Glory Dragon. The card that plagued me in the set it came out in, Spriggan. We've got Albion, the branded dragon. And then we've got these crazy looking tokens. So if you look, they actually like join on together. And each one has, wait for the camera to focus on it. Each one has like different little, at the bottom, like actual lore behind them and information behind them, which is just crazy. And the artwork is phenomenal. Konami, you outdone yourself big time with this structure deck. Look at that. That's more like a Magic the Gathering artwork. But yeah, well, thumbs up to Konami for this deck. Thumbs up to Konami. It looks like it could be a bit of fun. I stay tuned for a budget build of 3 of these, and then I'll do another version of the actual deck itself with Despias. See what happens. See how that goes. And I'll take these decks to locals for a couple of weeks and see how we turn out, and maybe do vlogs in relation to that. But thank you very much for watching. I know I haven't posted content in a while. I will start posting more regularly and getting things up to date. But thank you very much for your patience, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.